Hello everyone, Elias5891 here with another KTANE module tutorial. This time we're going to take a look at the maintenance module. This one does not require edge work, so we can kind of just jump right into it. This does use a little bit of information from the fuser, not a lot. Fuser will have the current date, which is just a flavor touch. They'll have a number of jobs that need to be done, and they'll have a Great Britain license plate number. Those are the two things they need to pass on to the expert. So in this case, two jobs. License plate is HN11HWU. Hotel November 11 Hotel Whiskey Uniform. Format wise, it's always letter, number, letter, which is how I know those aren't I's. That and the fact that 90% sure that I's do not appear in the text. Yeah, I never appears. Nor does 0, so you'll know for sure which those are. So, as the expert, we get the number of jobs, we get a license plate. What do we do with that? A whole bunch of crap. We're going to go through a bunch of different steps first. We're going to go through this step here to determine what kind of car model it is. We use the first two characters for that, HN. HN is a Honda, which has a multiplier of 2. We'll explain that in a second, but it's a Honda, multiplier of 2. Next, the two numbers tell you when the car was manufactured. 11 in this case tells us it was manufactured March of 2011. March 2011. Also gives us the base value of the car, $250, or 250 pounds rather. There we go. And let's see, 5th and 6th character, mostly there for show. And the 7th character gives us an insurance company. In this case, Uniform U, which corresponds to Insurance RAC. Now, once we have those three pieces of information that we can extract from the license plate, we need to figure out which work we need to do on this particular car. We also need to know how much it costs. To find the cost, you just do the base cost, or the base value times the multiplier we got earlier. So 250 times 2 is 500 pounds. So that's the value of the car. If we find that the cost of the repairs is more than that, then we don't want to repair the car. That would be inefficient usage of insurance money. Well, we have some potential jobs here. We're actually going to jump past this for a moment. We're also going to jump past this write-off and insurance perks for a moment. Come down here to required maintenance. You'll notice we have a grid. We have a very, very familiar looking Venn diagram. And some little lines telling us, some letters that will tell us which jobs we need to do. So once you get your cost, or value of the car, once you have your insurance, your date, your type of car, we're going to jump down here, and we're going to find out which jobs we need to do on this car. We got 4 circles. First one is insurance company begins with an A, which is false. Second is car is plated in September, which is false. It was in March. Third is number plate contains a mic, which is false. And last is car model is a Mercedes, Porsche, or Ferrari. Those, coincidentally, are your 3 higher expensive ones. So that would be your 8, 9, 10 multipliers. We don't have one of those, so all 4 conditions are false. That makes it really easy to find it in the Venn diagram. We're looking at A. So, we're looking at A. But notice there's 4 jobs listed here with a job order. What that job order is basically saying, hey, if you don't have to take 4 jobs, do the jobs in this order, and just take how many ever you need. So in this case, we said we needed 2 jobs at the very beginning from the module, 2 jobs. So we're only going to take the first 2 numbers here, which is a 5 and a 1. Now, we'll actually be ordering these jobs here in a minute. That does not mean to order the jobs and then take the first two. It's take the first two from this particular list here. This list here is where you take the first two to resolve that two job bit. So we have 5 and 1 as our jobs. Let's scroll back up. Those two jobs would be a wash and a brake fluid change. We can look at the price of them. It's $28, maybe minus some insurance perks, but $28 is obviously less than the value of the car. So we don't have to worry about there being too much damage, too much to fix. So we need to do a brake fluid change and a wash. So we know what two jobs we need to do. We know we have to do them. We can't just say the car is a piece of crap and get rid of it. Last step is to figure out, here we could do some sort of calculation to see if we write it off. It's either a pre-2004 Honda, which we did not have, or the maintenance cost is more than the car's value, sans whatever you get to count off on insurance, which is also false. So we've got our two jobs. We're going to scroll down to the very bottom now, ordering rules, and we're going to make sure the jobs are done in correct order. We go cheapest to most expensive, cheapest to dearest, with the exceptions listed here. Oil change and wash must be done last. Well, we have a wash. It's already in the last position, so that's taken care of. The rest of the rules won't apply because we know wash has to be at the end. But you'll see here windscreen chip and brake fluid change must be first, so the brake fluid change would have to go first anyway. Heavy jobs come before tires, and everything is based on its retail price. So we have two jobs. That's their order based on these ordering rules. So that's what we're going to tell our diffuser to do. Alright, so for maintenance, brake fluid change. So they're going to come over here, look for brake fluid change, and then wash. And the module's done. Let's clear this, get ready to do another one. At this time, we need 3 jobs. Plate number is Romeo November 09 November Whiskey Uniform. Alright, so again, let's go up to the top. Refresh page. We have an RN, that's a Renault. It's a multiplier of 3. Next, the 2 digits, 09 tells us March of 2009. That's going to give us 175 pounds, which we multiply that together to get a total value of the car of 525 pounds. And the last character, that U, tells us we are looking at RAC again for the insurance. RAC. Alright, let's hop all the way to the bottom, look at the Venn diagram. Insurance with an A, no. Car plate in September, no. Plate contains an M, no. Cars Mercedes, Porsche, Ferrari, no. That's going to be an A again, which means we're going to do the exact same, at least 2 of the same jobs. We're still going to do the brake fluid change for 5, the wash for 1, because we just did those, and we're also going to do number 9 now, because we need 3 jobs. So 5, 1, 9. 9 is 2 tires. 2 tires. Looking at the total cost of this, that's going to be 160, 185, 188. We're still under the 220 or the 525, so we're fine price wise. We don't have to write it off. It's not a bad car. Ordering, we kind of went over what order these should be in earlier. Per the first rule, oil change and wash must be done last. So this wash goes at the bottom. Per the second rule, brake fluid must be done first, so that stays up at the top. And so that's going to give us this order. Brake fluid change, 2 tires, wash. Alright, let's see if we can get one that's not an A. Hey, this one won't be. Two jobs. Two jobs. Let's pop this up at the top. We have code Bravo Mike 60 Victor Hotel Lima. BM stands for BMW. That's a times 6 multiplier. 6060 is going to give us, there it is, September of 2010. That's going to give us a value of 200. You can see these base values, especially with the multiplier, get high fast. So you don't often get to write something off. Victor Hotel Lima. Lima is my last character. That's going to give me Swinton. Swinton is my insurance company. Alright, let's skip down here to the bottom. Venn diagram. Insurance begins with an A. No. Car was plated in September. Yes. So we are going to look at this section. Number plate contains an M. A Mike. Yes, it does have an M. All BMWs are going to. So this section is also true. Car model Mercedes, Porsche, Ferrari. That's false. So we're looking at the normal dotted and the normal lined, which gives us an E. Remember, per our instructions at the beginning, we need two jobs. So we're going to hop up here to E and take the first two of the jobs. That's 6 and 4. 6 and 4 is windscreen chip and oil change. Notice cost is $55, considerably less than the $1,200 we'll get when we multiply that 200 times 6. So we just need to check the order. Oil change must be done last. Oil change is last, so we're ready to give out the answer. It is a windscreen chip. And then an oil change. Alright, we'll do one more. And let's illustrate. Ooh, a 4 job. Much better. We'll illustrate. If we do mess something up, we get the strike. Nothing lights up, but nothing changes. So you're going to do this particular sample, this particular setup, until you get it right. You can't kind of skip it if you don't like it. Alright, last example. 4 jobs finally. Mike Alpha 1-4 Juliet Tango X-Ray. So we'll scroll up. Boop. MA stands for Mazda. That's going to be an X5 times 5. 14 is going to give me September of 2014. Or no, March of 2014. Apologies. March 2014. That's giving me a base value of 500 pounds, so 2,500 total value. X-ray for my last character gives me Hastings Insurance. Hastings. So let's hop to the bottom. A quick glance here tells me since you're never going to do multiple tire types, the most expensive you could be looking at $750, $1,250, $1,570, $17 some change. So if you go above $1,800, which we obviously did here, your cost is definitely going to be less than your value of your car. So we can kind of just skip that step. So let's see here. Insurance with an A, no. September, no. Number plate with an M, yes. Car model, no. So we only use the dotted section. Only the dotted section gives me a C. And I need all 4 of these jobs. So I need 3, 2, 1, 6. So 3, wiper replacement. 2, headlight bulb. 1, wash. And 6, windscreen chip. Alright, let's put these in order. They should be done cheapest to dearest. And one thing, I haven't done it yet because we haven't had very many. But when I actually jot these down, I like to put them in order by price when I start, which is also, just numeric order 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm going to stick the wash at the top initially and the windscreen chip at the bottom, for example. That way, when I'm done moving the special rules, I know they're already in order based on price, which is my other criteria. Oil change and wash must be done last. Okay, well, we're going to move the wash to the last. Got the little star, so I know that it has to stay there. Windscreen chip and brake fluid must be done first. I don't have a brake fluid, but I do have a windscreen chip, so that one comes up to the top. Heavy jobs must be done before tire work, but not before any other cheaper work. This still hasn't come up. I was kind of hoping it would in the first 5 examples, but it didn't. You'll notice 3 of these jobs, windscreen replacement, exhaust welding, and head gasket replacement, all have an H. That denotes them as heavy jobs. So what this rule is saying is, for anything that's not covered by one of the other 2 rules, you're going to do all the cheaper stuff, not counting the tires. Then you're going to do your heavies. Then you're going to do your tires. Which, your heavies come numerically after this other stuff anyway. So it's just saying, move your... Another way of wording this down here is, move the wash and the oil change to the end. Move the windscreen chip and the brake fluid to the first. And then this can really be reworded as do tire work last, excluding this condition. We'd say in this case we had wash, so if we had tires, it'd go in the last of what's left over. And then moving behind that, you would have your heavies, and then moving behind that, you'd have your cheap work. So basically, your tires are your second last thing you do, with the oil change and wash being last. But we don't have heavy. We also don't have any tire. So these 2 just need to be put in order by price, which we did when I wrote them down. Headlight bulb was 6, wiper replacement 10. So this is my order. This is what I'm going to tell him to punch in. Windscreen chip, headlight bulb, wiper replacement. And I'm talking, so it's a little hard to hear, but there are some interesting sounds to this one. You hear a car kind of failing to start, to turn over, until you're done, in which case it revs up nicely. Alright. Well, you know what? That's fine. You can look at it. So let's... is this one going to be somewhat interesting? This will work. Okay, so go ahead and try this one on your own. 3 jobs. Romeo November, 6-7, Kilo Hotel X-Ray. We'll clear this for you. See what you get for this. Pause. Figure out what answer you think you should get, and we'll check it. Alright, so let's see here. We had 3 jobs. RN 6-7. Whoops. 6-7. Kilo Hotel X-Ray. RN gives me a Renault. That's a multiplier of 3. That's not a lot, but the 67 is giving me March of 17, which, whoops, I lost my pound sign. Gives me a, really? A base value of 800 pounds, so 2,400 pounds total. We know that's going to be more than the cost of whatever we do to it, so we're fine cost-wise. An X-Ray is going to give me Hastings again. Just really not fond of the A insurance companies. We scroll down to the bottom. Criteria, insurance with an A, no. Car plate in September, yes. So we're going to use the dotted lines. Numbered plate contains an M, no. Mercedes, Porsche, Ferrari, no. So we're only looking at the dotted lines. That's the J section. So we come up to J. We need 3 jobs, so we're taking the first 3. That's 7, 11, 1. Again, I'm going to put them in order by price when I grab them. So that'd be 1, which is a wash. 7, which is a 1 tire. And 11, which is a heavy exhaust welding. Total price is going to be $600 roughly. That's fine. Well under our 2,400. So we put them in order. Oil change, wash last. Wash goes to the bottom. Windscreen chip and brake fluid first. Don't have. Heavy jobs must be done before any tire work. So this is kind of what I was talking about. So we have a heavy, so it's going to go behind the tire, but it wouldn't go behind any other cheaper work that's not been moved down to the bottom already. So that covers my order. So there's my answer: exhaust welding. One tire, and wash the car. And that is maintenance. So we're going to wrap this one up here. Here's another one for you to do on your own, which is also not going to be as... Yeah, it's going to be a lot of the same stuff we already had, it looks like. So maybe not the most interesting one to end on. That's okay. But anyway, that is how maintenance works. Don't be stubborn in putting on the wrong things, or you will blow up, which is just not fun. But yeah, that's it for maintenance. So guys, if you have any comments, questions, concerns, or suggestions, please feel free to leave them in the comment section down below as always. Until next time guys, it's been Elias. Thanks so much for watching. Have a great day, and don't explode. Bye guys.